Yes, free speech is important, but it's not as free as we think it is, specifically on the college campus today. You see, I had an event that happened last week here on campus called the Socratic Project. And the Socratic Project is specifically an event that was inspired by the teachings of Socrates to inspire students to think critically about some of the most important issues of our time. And one of the most important issues of our time is the issue of evolution, and the question of evolution specifically in the area of Darwinian philosophical assumptions and Darwinian methodologies. And what I was trying to do is get the students to start thinking about these issues, but I had people on campus trying to shut down the event by passing petitions around by my fellow professors. And that hurt me, of course, because they're people I trust and people I admire. But nevertheless, this is an academic institution. And the debate I was trying to put forward is debating the question of design and the question of chance. Now, I understand that some of these people are angry and afraid that I'm be pushing my own agenda, my own religious or spiritual agenda, so to speak. I understand there are some people who are trying to do that. But please keep in mind, when you are opposing a point of view, you're also pushing your agenda. It's like the students who tell me, I don't ever want to be a judge, we shouldn't be judgmental of anyone. But at the same time, they were being judgmental of those who they thought were being judgmental. See, it's a paradox. There is a point of view that is going to be propagated. The question is, which point of view will it be? And just to be honest with you, I honestly want debate on this issue. I'm not trying to push my point of view. Yes, I have a point of view. Yes, I am a Christian. Yes, I believe that God designed the universe. But that does not mean I cannot be a moderator between that. And by the way, are there really such a thing? Does it exist? Does somebody exist who is completely unbiased of everything? That's not possible. And the people who tell you they are unbiased are the people you should watch out for. Because a lot of times they have presuppositions that they themselves are not even aware of. So this question of debate on campus is so critically important that I'm pushing for this free speech issue. Now, free speech is only free if you can say it in a way that disagrees with others. If everybody who speaks agrees with us, then they're not really free. Now, are they? If they're free, now they can say what they want. See, in places like Iran and Cuba, you can shoot the messenger or imprison the messenger. That's not the way it's supposed to be in the United States of America, which holds freedom of expression as one of the highest levels of our values. Now, of course, that cuts both ways, where people can express very negative things. But in order for an idea itself to be critically evaluated and analyzed, you need to allow for the opposition to speak its mind. My goal is not to push my agenda. Honestly, I understand the opposition out there. My goal is to have critical discussions about these important issues from both sides. See, when I did this debate on homosexuality a number of years ago, I had people from across the district telling me to shut down, desist, do not debate this topic, which is ironic because the same people who are shouting for tolerance are shouting that we should be intolerant of another point of view. See, in 1925, there was a Scopes trial. In the Scopes monkey trial, the people in charge were the religious and spiritual elite of the time who had run the schools. And they wouldn't allow evolutionary biology or even a philosophy to be taught in the public school or even debated. The times have shifted. The extreme liberal secularists today will not allow creationism or creationist points of view to be taught in the academy either. So what they'll do is they'll sign petitions, they'll protest outside, they may even try to get somebody fired for their position or their belief system about that. It's a type of hate speech, isn't it? It's a hate speech against those who speak. One of my friends teaches at community college close to where I work, and he actually told me they have a free speech zone so people don't get offended. And I thought to myself, I thought that was called the United States of America, where you can speak your mind and not worry about people's emotional diapers getting all up in the bundle. Seriously, guys, people need to take off their emotional diapers and recognize that we are in a free speech zone, and that's called the United States of America. Allow people to speak. And as John Stuart Mill said in his book on liberty, there are three types of avenues of approaching information. There's what is true, there's what is false, and there's that which is in between. And the best way to figure that out is to have a robust intellectual discussion on it. We're coming close to the 500th anniversary of the Reformation. In that Reformation, Martin Luther nailed on the church in Wittenberg in Germany the 99 Theses against indulgences. Now, whether he painted it on there, pasted it, or nailed it is not relevant. The point is, when he did that, all he was asking for originally is for a debate among the intellectual elite of his time. But the ecclesiastical authority would not have it. And based on their own preconditional perspectives, they refused to allow him to even debate it. But all that did is push the idea further. So sometimes, when we are trying to stifle an idea, what we're doing is growing it. For example, the church in China is growing at exponential rates because the government is trying to suppress it. The best way to destroy an idea is to allow it the public space to be discussed, and if it's wrong, it will destabilize itself. I am for free speech, for allowing the other side to speak their mind so that we can show them where they're wrong, or they can show us where we're wrong, and we can all grow together. I hope you'll join me on this journey in continuing to keep the educational institutions of the United States of America open to discussions about divergent topics, even if we disagree with them. Thank you for your time.